Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Modern Grower is your source for time and labor-saving farm tools, such as the Paper Pot Transplanter, Quick Click Seeder, and the Jang Direct Seeder. Turn laborsome tasks into free time with tools by Modern Grower. I mean, running a business with a couple is a challenge. And I see that in my life all the time. And I struggled with it early on. And I think part of the issue I had was we didn't run a business until we were deep into our relationship. You guys decided to start this farm together, and it was a choice that both of you made to move forward. How did you plan to say, we're going to run this business, but the relationship is important? This is a subject that's really near and dear to my heart. I'm working on a module for the course that I do with Darby Simpson on holistic context. So I know the importance of setting expectations, planning stuff out ahead of time. What did you guys do to ensure that you preserved and honored the relationship while still being able to manage the business?
It definitely benefited us that we had worked with each other previously, and as much fun as bartending, sounds like, it can be extremely stressful at times. And so we were able to build a foundation years ago, working with each other in a very tight space, in a very hectic environment. So we're able to kind of already understand how each of us deals with small amounts of stress and large amounts of stress. We are incredibly devoted to each other, and I've said on several occasions, like, if this farm starts to get between us, I will completely abandon it, and we will figure out something else. We love this farm. We are absolutely in love with what we're doing, and I think the primary challenge now is because we're scaling up so much in this first really full year. Last year was a kind of a shortened season for us, so this is the first full season that we're farming on this property, and we already identified how important it is to have some kind of private life, on the side. So on Sundays, we're trying to have Sunday be that's our day. Okay, so we want to go out to the farm and just weed or do some light duty tasks out there, because this is just so enjoyable to be out there. That's great, but we're going to really try to create a boundary. I guess that would be the now that I think about it, that'd probably be the best way to answer that question, would be to really be clear of boundaries. You have to create a boundary, and if the farm starts to intrude on the boundary of love that we have designed for ourselves, then we have to really answer some hard questions,
And given that you're in this growth stage of the farm, one thing I read on your Instagram that I really like the phrasing of was the planning phase is just as important, if not more so, than the planting phase. Can you talk about how you all have approached planning out and then implementing the early stages of your farm up to this point?
Yeah, so that is where Kathleen is a godsend. I mean, she is so gifted with strategic planning. I'm a bit more of the macro kind of, imaginatory, I have some of the bigger ideas, but she is the anchor that holds this farm together in terms of planning. I mean, she is a spreadsheet ninja. She actually, her education was in social work, and she completed her master's degree in administrative social work. And during that time, she was involved a lot with bookkeeping and just overall kind of business management stuff, administrative stuff that I'm awful at. So she has definitely taken the lead on said task. And but the biggest issue during our last half season was, and we went into it with the idea of, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start this farm so that we can learn and so we can test out the market so we can develop some systems so that the following year, which is this upcoming year, we can really make a hard go at it. Um, the challenge presented itself in that once we had plants on the ground, it felt real. So instead of it being preseason for us, which we had designed it to be, it became like, we need to sell everything in the ground. That this is unacceptable to not move any of this product. So that's definitely an important thing to mention. So planning, when you're dealing with Mother Nature, obviously you have to add some kind of space for error. And we have actually done that. So we've taken the models of, JMF and Curtis Stone, and we've added in some space for loss because we are kind of, amateurs at this now. So yeah, the planning phase, we realized we can only plan so much. And because we haven't really been into a farmer's market yet, this is uncharted waters. So when you're in uncharted waters, it really is difficult to plan. It's been a fairly hard thing for us to be able to do. So we're just kind of taking a best guess and implementing some guess and check,
Hello, growers. Looking to turn your homestead into a profitable business? Or are you a farmer looking to boost your sales? Check out my book, Sell Everything You Grow. This book is the ultimate guide to choosing the right farm business model that fits your farm, time, and location. Discover which model has the highest profit margins and why diversification is so important. Whether you're selling apples, vegetables, or microgreens, Sell Everything You Grow will help you find your first market or expand into new ones. Get Sell Everything You Grow on Amazon and start selling more today.